Hello and welcome to Ink and Inspirations. I'm Lisa Brown and today I am going to share a very quick and easy card that can be used for a masculine Valentine card or love note. And first off, I want to tell you that sometimes when I'm making cards, I like to look through my paper crafting magazines just to give me inspiration. And I did that, and I'm using this card here for inspiration. It's very pretty, it's nice, but it's masculine colors, so I'm just going to do my take on this card. So I'm going to start with a half sheet of cardstock cut at 4 1/4 by 11. Then I scored it at 5 1/2 and folded it in half, and that is going to be my card base. Alright, now I decided to use crumb cake as this first layer. So I cut this piece of cardstock at 4 by 5 1/4 so that I'd have this black border showing around the edge. And I'm not going to adhere that yet. I'm going to build upon this before I put it on the base of the card. For my piece of designer series paper, I chose a print from the Love Letter designer series paper in black and vanilla. I thought it'd be real pretty on this card. And I cut this piece at 3 3/4 by 2 1/2, and I wanted it to be able to place it here where I would have some border of the crumb cake cardstock around the edge. So I'm going to go ahead and adhere that and use my snail. Okay, and I'm just going to position that right here, just a little up from the bottom and even spaced from the sides. Okay, so there, our card's taken shape now. Alright, next, remember there was a ribbon, a bow tied around the center here, and I am going to use my 5/8 inch basic black grosgrain and tie a knot. Now, the card in the magazine had a bow. I am going to just make a knot and make it a little bit more masculine than having a bow there. And also, if I decide to put this in the mail, then it won't have as much of a dimension and maybe require more postage. So I'm going to try to make this knot as flat as I can. Okay, and then I'm going to trim the edges. Get that set there. I'm going to use my craft and paper scissors. Love these for cutting ribbon. And that's why I keep this ribbon tied around them. So everyone knows that I use these just for ribbon and fabric. Okay, now to keep my ribbons and bows in place, I like to use a mini glue dot to sit just behind it. So I'm going to grab one over here from my rack, and you see I've got it on my paper piercer, and I'm just going to stick it behind just like that. Now, I'm going to put a little element here, and I'm going to design my own using a jumbo eyelet. This is an antique brass, and this is a rhinestone brad. I believe it's one of the largest in the collection. And I'm going to send it through that hole, and then take the prongs and bend them straight down along this back side. You can see right there where it protrudes, and I'm just bending it like this. Okay. Alright, now I'm going to adhere that right there, so I'm going to get another mini glue dot, and I'm going to apply it directly to the back of the eyelet. And in fact, I'm using 2. You can see it right there. I've got 2 mini glue dots. And then I'm just going to attach that directly to the knot on my bow or my ribbon. Okay, now, normally I would stamp my image first before doing all this. But I tried it this way so that I could get center with my knot on my bow. And I'm going to use stamps from this Artistic Etching stamp set. I'm going to use the medallion here and this Amor stamp here. So I have already applied this to my acrylic block, and I'm going to use crumb cake ink and ink that up real well. And here I'm using crumb cake on the crumb cake cardstock, tone on tone. And I'm going to come down here and center these 2 points here, these center points above the brad and eyelet on the ribbon. Okay. Okay, just right. Okay, I think you noticed I did have to move this a bit out of the way to make room for my block, but I still was able to do that. Okay, and now I'm going to use the Amor stamp in basic black, and I'm going to stamp that right in the center, and I've already mounted that. What I did when I have these word stamps, I like to line them up on my grid paper like that and get them as straight as I can. And what I love about this word is it's not straight across. It's, you see, they're staggered. And then I'm going to take my block and just line it up like that. Get my ink pad open. This is basic black classic ink. Check it to make sure it's inked well. And then I'm going to stamp that right in the middle. Perfect. Okay, so now we have the front of our card ready, and I'm going to get our base, and I'm going to use Tombow Mono Multi Glue to adhere it to the card. And you can see where my cardstock is a little worn there. I had started my video and then got interrupted, so I had to start over, and I carefully took it apart so I could show you each step. And then I want that black border around the edge, and voila, there it is. Okay, don't you love it? I do. Okay, and what I'm probably going to do on the inside is I might cut another piece of crumb cake cardstock this same size and put it on here to write my message. So anyway, I hope you enjoyed that card. If you have any questions, email me at lisa@inkandinspirations.com. I hope you'll visit my website at www.inkandinspirations.com for more ideas and videos. Thanks for watching, and I'll see you next time. Bye-bye.